following products are used in a MiniCombiRepair. MiniCombi is REMA TipTop's patch and stem combined into one item, which can only be applied from the inside of the tyre. MiniCombi are available in a kit and refill. The kit is for starters and comes with a hardened steel cutter and tubes of cement with 20 units. The refill contains 40 units and is for those repairers who purchase their products in bulk. A pen, marker or crayon is used to mark the injury, thereby ensuring that you can find the hole once you have removed any foreign objects. It is also used to mark the patch area. A probe is used to help lift up the material which caused the puncture. You can then access the item with pincers or pliers and remove it from the tyre. The probe is also used to check both the direction and the angle of the injury. By checking the direction, you are able to drill directly through the injury and not make a new one. Liquid buff spray is used for pre-cleaning the inner liner. The mill cutter is a precision tool which will grind away all the steel cords and texture the rubber at the same time. It must be used at slow speed with a maximum of 2,500 RPM or it will burn the rubber. The hardened steel cutter is a budget tool which is only expected to last for 40 to 60 repairs. Rather than cutting the cords, this cutter breaks the steel cords. You must use this tool from both sides of the tyre, first from the outside in and then from the inside out. This will change the direction the drill is running in and break off most of the cords. It must be used at slow speed to ensure there is no burning of the rubber. The maximum speed used would be 2,500 RPM. A drill is used with the mill cutter or hardened steel cutter to drill and clean the holes. Normal speed is 2,500 RPM, as this will not burn rubber. A rubber scraper is used to scrape the liner after liquid buff is applied. This ensures that the liner is not contaminated prior to buffing. Slow speed buffers are used to buff and texture the liner surface to give us texture to vulcanize to. The maximum speed used would be 4,500 RPM. A contour wheel is used at slow speed to buff rubber. Either 46 grit or, if confident, a 36 grit can be used for passenger tyres. BL cement is used for all repair materials with blue bonding rubber. To completely activate the blue bonding rubber and cause it to vulcanize to the tyre, over 20 chemicals are included in the BL cement. MiniCombi A6 is the maximum unreinforced repair we can use in the tread area of a passenger tyre. We are using the A6 for this demonstration. Inner liner sealer is used to ensure that all buff marks not covered by the patch are sealed. This restores the integrity of the inner liner after the abrasive buffing. An air vacuum is used to suck away all dust after the liner is buffed. Do not use an air gun, as this will recontaminate the buffed surface. The 3-inch fine wire brush flicks all loose dust out of the buff marks, ensuring it is perfectly clean. Pliers are used to pull out protruding objects such as nails which cause punctures. These are also used to pull the MiniCombi unit through the hole. Stitchers are used to stitch down the repair patch of the CombiRepair and ensure that no air is trapped under the patch. Safety glasses must be worn whenever mechanically buffing tyres or vacuuming rubber dust. To assist you in recalling the following process, REMA TipTop provides simple step-by-step charts so that you always have a handy reference. Use the following procedures when conducting a MiniCombi repair. Tyres must be thoroughly inspected before beginning any repair. Check the sidewall, bead, inner liner and tread area. Do not rub your hands over the tyre. A consequence of being pricked by a nail or needle may well mean the contraction of hepatitis or tetanus. During inspection, you are looking for faults and checking to see whether the tyre can be repaired. Use a marker to mark the injury so that you do not risk creating a completely new hole. Using a probe, lift the nail or piece of metal up until you can get your pliers or pincers to finish levering the object out of the tyre. If it is a Phillips head screw, you may use a screwdriver. Check the direction of the hole whilst removing the object. You must follow this direction and angle when you drill and clean the hole. When the hole is more than 15 degrees off the vertical, you must use a separate stem and patch rather than a MiniCombi. Next, using the liquid buff, spray the liner, then scrape it clean. This will ensure that there are no contaminants buffed into the liner. If you were to apply liquid buff after buffing, then contaminants would actually be scraped into the buff marks. Using a slow-speed drill and the hardened steel cutter, drill the hole from the outside to the inside, ensuring that you follow the correct angle of penetration. Then, re-drill it from the inside to the outside. This will help to break off most of the steel cords and push any that are left outwards. This means that you can now easily pull the plug through the hole. Alternatively, you could use a carbide cutter. Using the tungsten carbide cutter, you only need to drill 4 or 5 times in and out of the tyre. This will leave the hole really clean and the rubber textured properly. This tool must be used with a slow speed buff. Using a marking pen, mark the area to be buffed. This will ensure that you don't buff too large an area. Never use a crayon after using liquid buffer, as this will contaminate the surface. Using a 46G contour wheel with a slow-speed grinder or drill, buff the complete area for the patch. By using light pressure and constant movement, you can ensure that you don't buff all the way through the liner. Using a slow-speed drill or grinder, lightly brush the complete buffed area to ensure that all loose material is removed. Using an air or electric vacuum, suck away the dust. This will keep the work area clean and will not contaminate your buffed surface. Never use an air gun. The dust moving around the tyre blows across the buffed surface, causing contamination. Using a 12-gram tube of BL cement, squirt the BL cement into the hole. Take the 225-gram can and brush supplied, and apply an even coat of BL cement to the buffed surface. Turn the cemented area towards the top, as this will allow the vapours given off by the drying cement to drop away. This will help dry the cement a little faster, and it will not become contaminated by dust. Turn the tyre to the 3 o'clock or 9 o'clock position, and check with your knuckle that the cement is dry, but still tacky. The recommended drying time is between 10 and 45 minutes, but varies due to temperature, humidity and airflow. Ensure the hole is open and using the tube squirt a little BL cement into the hole. This will act as a lubricant and make it easier to pull the plug through. Remove some plugs from the packet. Tear off one plug and replace the others in the packet. Only remove the plastic after inserting the needle into the hole. Do not touch the blue bonding rubber. Only touch the pin or black rubber. Do not apply cement to the shaft to make it easier to pull through the hole, as this will end up under the patch. This is because the shaft of the combi unit is larger than the drilled hole, so the edge of the hole will wipe off excess cement as the plug is pulled through. Insert the pin into the hole. Then, using combination pliers, pull the plug through the hole. Continue pulling the plug until the patch sits onto the liner. There may be a small dimple at this stage. Using a ball bearing 4mm wide stitcher, start in the middle of the patch and stitch it millimetre by millimetre to the edge. Then repeat the process on the other side. It is important to stitch around the outside edge, ensuring that it is completely stitched down. This is the only pressure the patch will get before the tyre is placed on the rim, so do it thoroughly. Use of inner liner sealers is part of Australian and world standards. Using the inner liner sealer means that all precautions are taken to ensure your repair doesn't leak. We cannot always be sure that our buff marks don't go through the liner. This will ensure that all buff marks are sealed using REMA TipTop inner liner sealer. Use a pair of side cutters or pliers to trim off the excess plug, leaving a protrusion at least 1mm proud of the tread surface. Do not cut the MiniCombi flush, or it will retract into the hole. The tyre is now ready to be fitted to the rim and re-inflated. After checking in a dip tank to ensure there are no leaks, the wheel can be fitted to the vehicle. By using the REMA TipTop BL cement with the REMA TipTop blue bonding layered patch, you have undertaken a full cold vulcanization. While at 18 degrees centigrade, this repair will take up to 24 hours to fully vulcanize. It is still safe to fit it immediately to the vehicle, provided this repair has been carried out in the tread area only. The reason this is safe is because the tread area is reinforced and able to maintain its shape and protect the patch until full vulcanization has occurred. By following the above recommendations, you can be sure of undertaking tyre repair to the highest standard possible. Remember to use your repair chart both for your own benefit and to explain the process to customers if needed.